Is Invest going global? Today, our HR team will take you through the opportunity, challenge and recommendations for Is Invest. What is Is Invest? Let us have a brief idea about the company's background. Is Invest is a Melbourne-based software company established in 2012. The main focus of the company is to develop software products for financial institutions to enhance their back-end functions. In the beginning, the company started operation with a team of 5, which expanded to 35 employees within 5 years. Is Invest have achieved their profitability goal within 5 years and now planning to expand globally. Is Invest had already set up sales offices in New York and London. The board recommends to move their head office from Melbourne to New York and to set up a fully dedicated office to support the back-end functions at Bangalore and an office to manage the quality assurance in Shanghai. The mission, vision, values of Is Invest are as follows. Coming to the mission, as a truly Australian company with a homely feel, providing a class 1 financial services, Is Invest takes a bold step ahead globally in the field of finance, allowing its back-end processes efficiently managed in India and its quality assurance managed in Shanghai, and showcasing them with a global understanding with local knowledge. It helps in fulfilling its mission. While coming to its vision, it aims to become the most trusted software provider in the global context by exceeding the industry standards, which helps in fulfilling its vision. And coming to the most important point of all, the values. The customers are the lifeblood of Is Invest, and they wish to fulfill the needs and wants of the customers by having a team that considers their work as their soul, and the company is open and indirect communicator with no boundaries. Change and continuous improvement is the responsibility of every employee. We work hard and play hard. Establishing strategic direction. Is Invest, a great Australian company, spreading its wings to a global forefront by expanding its operation to a different strategic location. This allows them to manage the back-end functions efficiently, in which it helps the overall alignment of the company. This allows Is Invest to achieve their goal of launching an IPO or making it attractive for an acquisition. Opportunities, challenges, recommendations for Is Invest. Opportunities. Let's see what the opportunities looks like. The international expansion allows Is Invest to acquire different sets of resources and quality employees who are cheaper. For example, having set up an office to help with the customer service, bookkeeping and technical service in India will allow Is Invest in acquiring cost-effective staff for making the company's operations to become more lucrative and opening a window for expansion without draining the company's wealth. Effective virtual communication from different parts of the globe will expose Is Invest to adopt an organizational solution in addressing the flexibility needs, reduce internal costs, achieve a matrix-shaped organization of work and decision processes, improve the internal exchange of know-how, increase the efficiency of networks, and to enhance the competitive advantage. Let's have a look at the challenges. Succession, career planning, teamwork is important for Is Invest. Since the employees are new to the organization, it is upon the HR team to plan an ice-breaking strategy which can help the new employees with career planning and succession. It is advised through different activities the HR team should bind the new workforce into a team which can work together. It is essential to provide adequate onboarding and continuous training to employees by Is Invest in China and in India in order to tackle the challenges of talent shortage and retention. Company culture. Culture is the acquired knowledge that people use to anticipate events and interpret experiences for generating acceptable social and professional behavior. One of the critical issues that generally surface in cross-cultural teams are inaccurate biases, in which Chinese people make decisions in group or Indians do not deliver on time, which are two generalized versions of cultural prejudices. Ignoring cultural challenges while managing internal businesses is a risky proposition because the stakes are high. It is cognate to the hygiene factor of the dual factor motivation theory developed by psychologist Frederick Herzberg in the mid-1960s. These are the recommendations that the company should consider. This is a model depicting managerial strategy. It starts with the strategy for talent identification, followed by strategy for developing communication skills and building up a team effectiveness strategy, which leads to the implementation of the IPO or making East Invest an attractive option for acquisition. Let's focus on the talent strategy. Hiring of talented employees is important for East Invest, as the availability of staff to focus on both expansion and the established business is important. The company should make sure that it has the financial and structural stability to add staff members who can handle the new influx of work that comes with growth. Hiring bilingual staff members who can easily translate back and forth will be an advantage. The people recruited to deal with the overseas business partners and customers must be fully immersed in the local environment, and at the same time they should be looking out for the interests of East Invest. Without a core team on the side of the company, the necessary cultural, language and local business contacts, the company will be competitively disadvantaged. Selection of employees with the correct match of skills or grading is important, as the standardized grading scales and terms of employment in an international environment is difficult. For example, expatriates may need to be paid partly in the local currency and partly in their home currency. Unless job grading and pay formulas are clear, fair and well understood, difficulties may arise among staff doing similar work in different countries. The performance management should be considered, as for example, the developing nations having skilled knowledge workers are plentiful and available at low cost, which generates a number of assumptions about employee sourcing and development. Motivational philosophies in countries like India and China may include demotions for perceived subpar performance. Such a policy may not export very well to developed economies, where demotions are more often perceived as a step towards dismissal, not a motivational tactic. Bruce Tuckman's theory helps in developing employees. At the first stage, forming, the members will become familiar with each other, in which later at the storming stage there will be a disagreement and tension among members in order to do their duties. And at the norming stage there will be cohesiveness and the roles will be developed among each team members. And later at the performing stage there will be tasks allocated and they will be driven towards their goal. And at the later stage, adjourning stage, the tasks will be completed and their roles will be terminated. Team development is important for the organization, as attracting and retaining skilled workers, stabilizing the labor force in a new market, increasing productivity, structuring an organization so that credible and competent leadership is placed in the right locations, fashioning a culture that is consistent but also accommodates local differences. These are the activities and competencies that are critical to the success. Managers at East Invest can use rewarding or appreciation of employees as a motivational factor, thereby encouraging the employees to work towards achieving the milestones of East Invest and develop a clear organization culture. Employees are given necessary training to work towards achieving the organizational goals. The overall team development should be monitored by the senior managers in New York and provide feedback to the HR department, and thereby constructing an efficient team which helps the company in achieving the milestone. Since the operation of the company involves various time zones and different locations, it is important that a fully efficient communication strategy should be adopted. The new expansion will cause disruption in communication. It is important that the staffs are well trained and ready to face the change, which is critical. To have a clear channel for communication, and HR team should make sure that the staffs are provided with information and guidance. By conducting frequent staff meetings and emailing the staff regarding any changes, the HR team should also make sure that the employees' feedbacks are reviewed frequently during this transition.